wrestling.
Everything goes with.
I guess we could wear this style costumes.
So did Holmes ditch us, or
Pardon?
Phil ditch us, or is he, this guy's not Phil?
I don't see Phil. He's not here today.
Well, morning everybody. Just wanted to introduce you Chris Beatty. Chris Beatty is the Senior Creative Director for Walt Disney Imagineering, in charge of the creative team behind the new Fantasyland expansion. Chris has been with the project 4 or 5 years now,
yes.
From the very beginning to a very emotional moment yesterday for our grand opening. So with that, I'll leave it up to you for any creative questions.
Chris, was there ever any thought, good to see you again also, by the way, was there ever any thought to waiting until the whole land was done before unveiling everything? Could you talk about the decision to go ahead and open a portion of it now?
Absolutely. We did talk about that. It would have made for maybe a bigger grand reveal at the end, but what we really want to focus on is our guests. And so if we have attractions like Be Our Guest or the Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, we would love to get those open, let our guests get in there and have those amazing adventures. So we quickly thought that the right thing to do is maybe open it in phases and let's actually kind of makes it maybe even more special, because now in 2014 when the mine train opens, we have another thing that we can celebrate, and so it just builds some excitement.
Meg mentioned something during her presentation that's pretty fascinating, the once-a-year hidden Mickey.
Yes.
Where does it even begin to come into the design process? Who thought of that idea?
We have an amazing team of Imagineers, and what we love most is we love the details, right? And we love those special moments. We love adding those layers and layers of details, and every time you come back to the park, you find something new. And we know our guests, look for those things, and they look for, the detail. It's what excites us as Imagineers. That one that Meg shared with you is one that is super, super special, because, of course, on Mickey's birthday, it's only that one time a year. Yes, it does work, because on Mickey's birthday, we stood out there, and it appeared for about 2 or 3 hours, and so it was really, really exciting. So we're always putting elements and those little touches into our attractions that our guests love.
That just seems. Where did that idea germinate from? To say, see something else in another place?
No, it's just that was 2 of our Imagineers who just came to me one day and said, "Hey, we have this idea as we're sculpting rock work. Let's make it so that on Mickey's birthday, for that one special time of the day, it appears. Would you mind if we do it?" I'm like, "No, that'd be great. That'd be super magic." I was just telling another team, I said, Dumbo. I remember walking out into the circus one day, and my area development person out there with a big bucket of peanuts. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm putting peanuts everywhere." I'm like, "Okay." But they have fun with it. I mean, we're all kids at heart. Imagineers, we really are, and so we have fun too. We have fun building these lands and these attractions, because our biggest payoff is really seeing our guests, your faces. It's how your reactions, the memories that you build and you make.
Any thought of bringing Cinderella into the mix?
Well, she has a castle. Is that not enough? I mean, look.
Well, yeah, but she's not in the new kind of thing.
She'll be part of the new Fairy Tale Hall when it opens in 2013. Yeah, so she will have a home that'll be very beautiful, very regal, within the castle setting. So we're excited, and her friends will be there to share that experience with her.
What about the new Sophia, who's coming on the TV show? Is she somebody that's going to end up in it, or is it only the movie characters?
Right now it's just the movie characters. We're just focused on sort of our classic princesses.
Your colleagues in WD just finished with their massive project in California, Cars Land. Did you take any lessons from that, or did you get anything from that experience that maybe you've applied during this project here?
We're always peer reviewing each other's projects and sharing and development and anything that we can leverage to make the guest experience better. Absolutely. Can I think of one specific? No, not really right now. But we do talk. And they did an amazing job. It's some incredible detail, hugely successful. I think what you're seeing there is on both projects a level of attention to detail and storytelling that it's the best of what we do. I mean, we're at the top of our game, I think, in both of these parks.
Did you consider adding it to the Walt Disney World here?
And we're always looking at new ideas. Right now, no. I mean, there's no plans.
On the Seven Dwarfs Mine ride, we got to see the simulation.
Yes.
It combines the dark ride with the roller coaster, and that's sort of the way that Radiator Springs functions as well. Is that the trend, or is there a reason or logic behind it that really works for guests?
We always, at the heart of what we do, we're storytellers, and so if the answer is no, not really. I mean, if it's always about the best way to tell that story. You know, for The Little Mermaid, we thought, well, it really needs to be about this ride system needs to be fairly simple. We want to really focus on the music and the me to go through all those great musical numbers, and that was really the focus. For the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it just so happened that we said, well, we really want this to be maybe a little more family thrill. So a coaster's probably the right system, and the idea of running through the woods and then going into that dark ride scene really was just about the way to tell the story. It was the progression of the linear storytelling. So no, they weren't really ever connected, the two. The next attraction you see might be most likely will be completely different. So that's what's exciting about our job.
You anticipate a height restriction on the mine ride?
If you can ride Barnstormer or Big Thunder, you can ride this attraction. I mean, it is a coaster at the end of the day, but it is still a family coaster. We want to make sure we keep that height restriction as low as we can.
And with the soft openings that you've had, were there any lessons that you learned, any changes that you made for the grand opening, or pretty much was turnkey ready to go?
Yeah, well, it's never turnkey ready to go. Because we did soft open, and so yes, there are a lot of lessons learned. Especially on the operations side. I'm the creative guy, so I really can't talk to many of those issues. But it definitely that's the reason we soft open, is to really help once again make it easier for our guests to get in and experience these attractions and have a great time. So we'll definitely learn a lot of lessons after we grand open. That's always an ongoing process. Even years after we've opened an attraction, we're always trying to make it better for our guests.
How similar is this Mermaid attraction to the one in California?
The outside is two completely different stories. The front door, that story of bringing you down into the grottos, it's very unique to
I thought your Mermaid ride here is superior to the California.
But technically the rides are both identical, very, very similar. There might be a couple little special effects that are different. Like Ursula's Lair, the cauldron look a little bit better. We really benefit from just having more land, and we're in Fantasyland. It's a different story. They're on the boardwalk, so their story is a little different.
We're going to be one of your last tables. Is there anything you haven't told any of the others that you've kind of been saving back? Maybe a little detail for us that you can share?
Table 7. Special to Table 7. Think about that.
Music box and Maurice's workroom and how it translates to the music.
Yeah, do you know? Yeah, most people don't ever get that. Yeah. So in Maurice's cottage, in Maurice's workshop, if you really look around in there, there's up on the shelf right above the left-hand corner of the mirror, there's a wood carving up there, and that was a little maquette that we made to look like it's the music box from the Beast Castle, and so the two are sort of tied together. It looks like Maurice did a little model sketch before he built the big one to put in the restaurant. And because the story is the music box that's in the restaurant is sort of the reverse gift of the mirror portal. So if the Beast gave the mirror to Maurice, so it's his way to go and meet Belle or see Belle, in honor of Beast and Belle's love, Maurice made that music box that sits in the restaurant. And so the sketch on the wall is sort of the little maquette that, from our story standpoint, it reflects the.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.